Welcome to the Waypoint, a short monthly dose of outdoor and adventure travel industry news and analysis from industry thought leaders who give us their real-time insights regarding trends impacting your business as the year progresses. We'll drop an outdoor Waypoint episode on the first Wednesday of each month, adventure travel on the second Wednesday of each month, product trends on the third Wednesday of each month, and we're trying to record live at a venue or campsite near you on the fourth Wednesday of each month. Hit us up if you'd like to host us or have an adventure we need to join. This episode of Waypoint from the Outdoor Biz Podcast is our monthly update on trends and analysis in the outdoor space. Today I'm speaking with Scott Oshman of the Cairn Company. Scott was one of the guests on our panel at the Outdoor Retailer Show and operates a sales and consulting agency in the Pacific Northwest. Today we talk about how the year is progressing, the health of retail, Amazon, and more. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Waypoint from the Outdoor Biz Podcast. Today we're talking about the adventure travel biz, and we are with Director of Sales for Key Accounts, Gabe Artalejo with Eagle Creek. How you doing, Gabe?
Doing great. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Awesome, thanks. Good to have you on.
Thank you.
So we are 2 months into 2018. Well, gosh, almost 2.5 now. You had a couple of highlights for us in the adventure travel channel that you're hearing about from some of your clients, customers?
Sure can. I can tell you, Eagle Creek, in the company that I work for, we're just yet one thread in this tapestry of travel.
Right.
Specifically, we embrace adventure travel, and a lot of retailers out there this season are really trying to define how they can define adventure travel. There's some big outdoor retailers such as REI that's really promoting just getting outside,
right?
Which, as you know, adventure travels could be anything from going across town to on a trail in Machu Picchu. It really just is subjective to those that are in the act of doing it. So
right.
I'm hearing a lot out there from, getting outside, doing stuff local. But there's definitely some hot spots also around the world that seem to be getting a lot of attention from these millennials and or travelers.
Uh-huh.
Those spots that I've heard a lot of focus around is kind of the iconic ones we've all heard about, from Machu Picchu to, I would say, cultural locations that might be changing over time. I've heard Mongolia is a hot spot right now, as an example.
Yeah.
But I can tell you the one thing that all the retailers that we work with are really trying to diversify how they can be seen as a resource for travel in their communities.
Oh, interesting. What are some of the things they're doing? Are they putting in adventure travel kiosks like we did years ago? Tim McGuire was the guy that did that at A16, right?
Well, thankfully, no, not. I think they learned from that expedition or that business model. I could say that it's how they're positioning products to speak to the category of travel, or if there's even an appetite for them to dedicate a certain amount of square footage to something called travel, not luggage or any other activity. So seeing it as an activity within their offering is really what I'm seeing more retailers look at, and it's simply because adventure travel or travel in general, I would call it an S-gnostic, or seasonality doesn't matter.
Right.
Weather doesn't matter.
Right.
People always travel. So it's weather agnostic is the way I describe it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If it's winter up here, it's summer down south, right? So.
Yeah, or vice versa in Canada. We have great business in Canada, and they're snowbirds, and they take off to go south. So the one thing we have seen retailers see is how the category itself can allow for better planning of their business, because there's not these giant spikes in business. There's key periods, but not what you consider like other categories like backpacking or
so it could be
camping.
More year-round, more steady.
Correct.
Interesting.
Definitely more steady.
And they're just treating it like skiing or backpacking. Adventure travel is just another activity that they sell products for and offer advice.
Well, and that's where I think each retailer is taking a different stance on how much they go past that kind of, I'll call them core activities that they're known for, such as if it's hiking or backpacking. Are they going to position hiking and backpacking in a way that's, to get to the to the trailhead, or to get to where they're going, you have to travel to get there.
Right.
Are they going to just be discussing that, or are they just be talking about once you hit the trailhead?
Gotcha.
What I've seen is there's opportunities to be that resource from the moment of planning all the way for when you get back, and travels that common thread. I've used that before, but that kind of goes through all of it. So the entire activity.
So they're focusing on getting there and performing whatever, and then going on a hike, a Machu Picchu, whatever is while you're there. What are the ways that they're embracing the informational aspect of it?
Well, I can tell you that the thing that's always amazing us is, the most valuable tool that anyone has when traveling is their phone now.
Yeah.
So the amount of apps, the amount of resources that can be handheld is amazing.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm personally amazed that I have a translator now. Just for even language is not being a barrier anymore.
Right.
And that, for me, growing up was always in the back of my mind: is, am I going to be able to move around or talk to people and prevent me from getting lost? But now you can definitely see all the ways technology are helping us.
And do you have a couple of examples of those apps and just the translator? Yeah,
the translator, I think it's like, I want to say is iTranslator. I personally have not downloaded onto my phone.
Mm-hmm.
I have not gone to any location or any countries yet that I need it. So I'm still waiting for my need. But I have heard from many individuals that this is one of the greatest things that have come out for us.
Yeah. I had one on my phone, but I deleted it because I wasn't using it that much. But I was traveling to places where I didn't need it. So I'm sure if I go somewhere I'll need it, I'll have to pick it back up. Any other trends we should be paying attention to?
Well, I can tell you that I think, if you look across just the spectrum of demographics or just people's age in life, one thing that's really blossoming right now for a segment of consumers is just this van life, this, pop-up tents that are on top of cars. It's sort of the new wave of the VW Bug or VW Bus or something. Seen more Sprinters being converted, more sport mobiles being upgraded, more companies popping up that offer just products for the top of your car or just fancy car camping.
Right.
So I definitely see that as a trend out there, just locally and within the United States. That's really blossoming right now.
And that seems to transpose across age groups, right? Millennials are doing the vans, and the seniors, the silver-haired folks, are doing all the nice, campers, trailers, Airstreams.
Yeah, there's almost an irony. It's almost like the baby boomers raised a bunch of children that now are doing the same thing they do.
Right. That's right. Yeah, it's a second coming of van life.
Yeah. It's like, hey, Dad, can I take your Sprinter van? No, son, you can't.
Right. So what you were going to say, those couple other ones?
So van life definitely is part of that. Staycations have always been part of, these times in which economies are fluctuating or unemployment's high. Staycations are just more of a local exploration of, getting out there. So definitely still see a lot of that, being that just our PTO, our personal time off that we get from work, isn't very high. So a lot of individuals seem to be focusing, on small little manageable bites of travel.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. And do you have any cool trips planned? You going anywhere?
That's great. I thankfully just got back from a really great one.
Oh.
I happened to be invited on a annual fishing trip down to Cancun, or south of Cancun. I got to go 5 days on the Ascension Bay. It's saltwater fly fishing.
Yeah, awesome.
And I had personally never fly fished on saltwater before.
Mm-hmm.
I've been fly fishing my entire life, so a good 25 years of fly fishing, and I've never gotten to see what I could do on a bonefish or any other saltwater. And the experience was wonderful. I caught more fish than I ever planned.
Bigger fish too, I'll bet.
Yeah, and if anyone hasn't tried the cat or hasn't felt what a bonefish on a fly rod feels like, it is exhilarating.
Yeah,
they hit it at about 70 to 80 miles an hour, and they just keep going.
They take off. Yeah.
So that was a really cool trip I just got back from in February.
Oh, nice.
And honestly, I do a lot of camping with the family. So
cool.
I just got back from Lake Hemet last night with the family, and then this coming weekend I go camping again in Jules Alley, kind of East County, San Diego.
And do you guys have a van, or what's your camping setup?
I have a C-Class RV, and we're highly involved with Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, and the YMCA Adventure Guides.
Oh, cool. Great.
For those listeners out there, I can tell you that the programs that the YMCA put on to help get families outside is really great, and that's something that I take advantage of. So it's a father-son or father-daughter program, and I'm in both of them for my daughter and my son. So we go camping once a month. So I go camping twice every single month, one for her, one for him.
Man, very fun.
Yeah, so a lot of trips just in that program, and it crescendos in Catalina Island. So looking forward to that.
Very good, right.
Yeah.
And what are some of the iconic international locations you have been to, or have you been to any?
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Long list.
The irony for me was I was fortunate enough to get bit by the travel bug early in my life. And I had gone to about 15 countries by 22.
Wow.
And for some reason, I told myself that I wish I made it to 20 countries by 20. Since I didn't, I told myself that I was going to get to 30 countries by 30.
All right, cool.
And as I got close to that age, I quit. I was a buyer at one point and then went traveling. But I've always found, for me, just the third world travel is really what draws my heart and what draws me to the people a little bit more so when traveling. And so I've had the good fortune of getting to, a lot of third world countries. And I can tell you that looking back on all these, they all each have their own special, memories.
Yeah.
But it always comes back to the people, the food, the things that I didn't expect to remember so much. And it really is the people. So, right now I got back, most recently it was from Thailand. So I've just always liked the Thai people. So
great. Awesome. Yeah. Well, thanks, Gabe. It's been a pleasure. If you think of anything else, let us know. We'll link to some of the stuff in the show notes, and I'll see you again soon in San Diego.
Great. Thank you all.
Have a good one. If you want more of The Waypoint, you can subscribe on iTunes and Stitcher, or go to theoutdoorbizpodcast.com, where you find all the episodes, show notes, and much, much more. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at The Outdoor Biz Podcast, Twitter at Rick_Saez, that's SAEZ, and by email at rick@theoutdoorbizpodcast.com. Thanks for listening and all the support. A huge shout out to all my guests, and until next time, make time to get outside.